Hi everybody, thanks for joining us today. My name is Raj. I'm one of the owners and physical therapists here at Pivotal Physiotherapy and ARC by Pivotal. Today's webinar series is called Motivation and Movement. We're very excited to bring you some intelligent content, some healthy counsel, and hopefully some strategies that you can take away and apply in your own life. We've got a few people here joining us today. We are practicing physical distancing, but social connectedness. Right next to me here, or almost next to me here, we have Danielle Ordiniak. She's a strength and conditioning coach at ARC by Pivotal and by Pivotal. Further down the line here, we have Marek. He's a sports psychology and mental performance consultant with our team. To start us off today, Marek is going to cover some ideas on how best to utilize today's webinar in your daily life currently.
So movement is 100% physical, but it's also 100% mental. We tend to neglect that fact. So in this video, we really want to apply three main psychological techniques or strategies to implement into your movements. And the first one is having a balance between challenge and skill, making sure we have the right balance between these two elements. Another one is having a very clear objective of what you want to do, or having a clear goal. And then the next one is having immediate feedback. So having clear feedback of how you're doing and what you want to do next.
One of the most common pieces of feedback that we've heard from our patients over the last 2 weeks during the COVID-19 pandemic is that they're spending more time at home, obviously with isolation and measures in place, and with that time at home, they're spending more time sitting. Now, sitting is something that we're all going to do with Zoom meetings, video conferences, homeschooling our children. With all those things in mind, we have to talk about strategies to sit properly, ergonomic postures, and also the duration of sitting. We have Danielle here to demonstrate. Now, most of you, when you're sitting at home, the workstation that you have at home may not actually reflect the exact ergonomic workstation that you have in your workplace. You'll notice here that Danielle's feet, one of them's over here, one of them's over here. There's no balance here. So Danielle, can you take both of your feet and place them right on top of that block, symmetrically balanced? Perfect. You'll notice over here that Danielle's knee is now at 90 degrees. Perfect. You'll see here in her lower back that she's probably, with most of you, when you're starting your work day, you're probably sitting up nice and tall and kind of pinching your shoulder blades together. But after about an hour of work, you may notice that you start to slump. And when you start to slump, the shoulders may start to rise, the chin may poke forward, and through here in the rib cage, you may start to notice that there's a bit of a roundedness start to present. Now, we need to corral those poor habits into more ideal postural habits. Starting with the feet, we'll work our way up. So feet balanced, knees at 90 degrees. Perfect. One of the strategies we often recommend to our patients is right here, have about a 25% squeeze of your belly button towards the spine. Belly button towards the spine. The lower part of your back right here should be rounded forward ever so slightly. And if you need to, you can put a cushion or a towel here. This is called lumbar lordosis. In this area here through your rib cage, you want to think about length. So the rib cage is getting as tall as possible. You want to think about a string pulling the skull up to the ceiling. So the taller the better, without exaggerating a chest flare. Right here in between the shoulder blades, we should be thinking about a 25% squeeze downwards and together. So think about a pencil right about there, and you're squeezing both shoulder blades together like a V. And then the last postural strategy we need to think about is the chin. I'll be careful not to poke Danielle here, but pulling your chin about 10% or 25% back towards your throat to avoid chin poking. Can you show us chin poking there again, Danielle? So you want to avoid that chin poke posture. That puts a lot of stress on the neck and shoulders. Pull that chin back about 25%. Now you'll notice that was a lot of change. In this posture, most people will feel that this is a bit unusual and they're not used to this posture. When they're not used to this posture, they may then start to fail. So after about 30 or 45 minutes, you may start to see the person slouch again and their chin comes into a chin poking forward posture again. So you may need to have little reminders in your day on your phone or on your computer that give you moments of recognition so that you can make those changes that you need to.
Humans are not machines. We like to move, we want to be productive, we want to have ways to actually get productive. So one way to do that, apply a psychological technique to do that, is having a very clear objective of what you want to do. So we're all sitting down at our desk or for a number of hours. The important thing is to break down our time periods into small little chunks. Our brains don't like big chunks, they like small little pieces. So one way to do that is actually to set a timer for yourself. One technique called the Pomodoro Technique, which you can download on many apps or on browsers, helps you kind of set a timer for around 25 minutes, and then you take a 5-minute break, 25 minutes, 5-minute break. You do that for around 4 sets, and then after the 4th set, you get a 15-minute break. So it's important to have those physical and mental breaks to increase productivity. So for example, Danielle here could be working for 25 minutes, and then her timer goes off. Oh, she got a 5-minute break. She can take a sip of water, have a little mental reset, gets up, goes to her foam roller, goes down, and does her little exercises for a few minutes just to get that reset mentally and physically. So that's an example of having a very clear objective of what she wants to do throughout her day. So definitely plan out your day for little chunks of time where you actually can be productive doing some work and also doing some mental and physical recovery.